Hi guys, really hoping that this will get out to you this week. We recorded the masses for Ash Wednesday, for the first Sunday of Lent, but I don't think any of them got to you with people being down with coronavirus. So we're recording our Mass today, Wednesday, so it'll hopefully come out to those of you from A to G on Saturday lunchtime. Not been getting round the prison, being told I'm not meant to be making journeys which are not, as they describe it, as essential. So if I'm not seeing somebody about a matter of life and death, just a pastoral visit was not being considered essential. I'm hoping that that will have changed by this coming weekend. We'll see. Two sets of readings today. One, the story we get in the Gospel, the story of the Transfiguration. The moment when Jesus exposes, he shows who he truly is, both God and man, on the mountaintop to his disciples, Peter and James and John. It's a moment of strengthening for them, to strengthen them as they will go soon with him to Jerusalem, where they will see their friend, their teacher, not loved and honoured, but mocked, unjustly tried, imprisoned, and executed. We need to hold on to the times when we have had good moments, when we've known that we are loved, when we know that God's presence to see us through the dark and difficult times. And then our first reading, which can be quite challenging, it's a story of Abraham, back in the early part of the Old Testament. It's a time when many religions around the world in the Near East allowed for the possibility of not only animal sacrifice, which Judaism allowed, but also of human sacrifice. Abraham had waited, had prayed, had hoped that he would have a child to fulfill the promises that God had given him. And as the years had gone by, Sarah had had no child. Eventually, after much prayer, much waiting, much trying, they were given the gift of a child, Isaac. And then one day the Lord called him and told Abraham to take Isaac, the thing he cherished, loved, honoured, wanted most, up onto a mountaintop and give him to God. Imagine how hard that's going to be for any father. For a father who's waited so long, for a father who's been told that it's through this child that his line, his race will be continued. But in faith, he sets out, taking Isaac, his young son, probably 12-ish, up onto the mountain, carrying the wood, the pot with the fire that they've taken from their own home fire with them, and the knife. And as they climb higher, Isaac asks, "But Father, where's the lamb? What are we going to actually sacrifice? What are we giving to God?" Imagine how those words must have really cut right into Abraham's heart. What on earth does he say? He turns and says, "God will provide the lamb." When they get to the top of the mountain, they prepare the altar, they prepare the fire. Abraham turns to take Isaac, and at that moment, God's messenger, his angel, stops Abraham's hand. He has seen that truly Abraham has a total faith in God. And then in a bush they see a ram. And they take that ram and they sacrifice that. They offer that to God in the place of Isaac. Christians over the years have seen that as a kind of a connection to the cross, that God has sent his own son in place of us, who probably deserve to be sacrificed, who deserve to be done away with because we've not really done what we should have done. And it is Jesus who dies in our place. It's a hard story. It's a beautiful story. We'll also point out if any of you get any little voices telling you to do very strange things like sacrifice people, don't listen. Okay, I hope this gets through to you and that you're able to watch Mass this week. God bless you, and hopefully see you around the prison at some point.